They keep disrespecting our man Angar. Let's set the record straight real quick. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to another Raid Shadow Legends video. Today we have my man Angar. So I'm going to be going over my man Angar, and this is not going to be the first video. The last video, I probably got 4 videos on Angar in the pipeline coming down the road. This is just the first one of them all. This is not a champion guide, but I will go over the champion kit and what he can do in the game. So bear with me as we go over Angar. And the reason we're going over Angar right now, because he is very much unappreciated in the community. He's very much being slept on. He's very much, you could call him underappreciated, if not completely unappreciated altogether. Now, I've watched a couple content creators' videos. They're talking about 10 times Angars, or they're talking about different events where they get Angar, or whatever the case may be. Angar is the subject to topic, or Void Legendaries, period. And my man Angar, for some reason, is getting lumped in with Jingwon. I don't know why. To me, Angar and Jingwon have nothing in common. I have this screen right here open for a reason. Let you guys know that I got a lot of familiarity with Angar here. I've got a lot of experience with them. Okay? Go down to the actual champions. You can see I got Kanderfan, Vlad, Tahanarak, Tamizia, Cardiel, Necrit, Sify, Krisk, Arbiter, Hegemon. Who don't I have, right? And here's my man Angar right here. Okay? So like I said, I got about 4 videos coming down the pipeline, all Angar related. This is not a champion guide video, but we will go over his kit. We will talk about him for a few minutes, and then we'll come up with those videos later. But first and foremost, we've got to get over the fact that this guy is a bottom tier Void Legendary. That's a lie, okay? Let me tell you guys right now, that's a lie, all right? According to me, according to my perspective, this man is a top Void Legendary. Okay, not a bottom one, but one of the best ones in the game. And he lives up to the Void status, in my opinion. It's the point, really. He might not be a Sify. He might not be a Necrit. He might not be a Cardiel or Tahanarak. But he is most definitely a Void Legendary, and he fits the bill. Now, I think the biggest thing that people complain about is his kit and just how basic it looks. Now, we'll get over that in a second. But first and foremost, let's talk about what this guy is capable of. This guy is capable of destroying just about everything in the game, okay? Now, his kit may look basic, but there should be something said about simplicity. Simplicity in its purest form, when we have something that's very well put together, should be something that's celebrated, not looked at in a negative way, okay? So he has a very simplistic kit, but it works so well together with itself that it basically is masterful. This is one of the most masterful kits in the entire game. Somebody crafted this excellently. Okay, now if you add a third ability to this guy, I mean, be my guest. I'm already telling you that he's a top Void tier Legendary, and on top of that, living up to the name, he doesn't even have a third skill. So if you want to give him a third skill, be my guest. It's overkill. He doesn't need it. There's a whole reason why I didn't give him one in the first place. But, you know, I digress. Go back to my story here first. I'm only 260 days into the game, so I'm fairly new still, even though I've got a lot of champions. What ended up happening is, when I first started playing the game, I started, researching the game. And researching the game, I started listening to other content creators and watching videos. I'm researching. I come to the consensus after checking out websites, videos, and all these other things, researching the game, that Void Legendaries are the best characters in the game, the best champions in the game. Voids, period, are the best champions in the game. When it comes to Void Epics, same thing applies. Void Rares. Okay, you guys get the point. So I get to reading who are the best Void Legendaries in the game. Who are the people I want to be getting? So if I'm pulling Void Shards, who should I be looking for? I should be happy that I'm getting, and who should I be like, I didn't get this other person, So Krisk comes to mind as a name that hit the list, very top. Sify, Cardiel. Cardiel was like one of the newer champions coming to the game when I first started playing. So you got all these champions like Necrit and Leorius the Proud, for example, is a hard DPS hitter in the game. And nobody's mentioning Angar. No one's talking about Angar. No one's saying anything nice about Angar. He's not at the top of the list. It's just Krisk and all these other people, right? So I'm pulling, and my very first Void Legendary is, dun 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 dun, it's Mr. Angar. So this guy's my very first one. And I go, okay, well, you know what? He's not a Krisk. He's not a Sissshhhh. I don't know all the characters in the game. So let me go check out his kit real quick and see just what this guy does. All right, so we got the A1 is Exacerbate, attacks one enemy 2 times, places an extra hit if the enemy has a Provoke debuff, okay, HP based. So I quickly learned that HP based champions in the game are very good because you can't decrease your HP, like at least not with a debuff. You can't increase it though with the buff either, so you know it works both ways. But like defense, for example, you can decrease defense by 60%. That's significant. HP based can't really do it. So 1 hit turns to 2 hits, turns to 3 hits if there's a Provoke. Okay? The A2, Infuriate, attacks all enemies, places a Provoke debuff on them for 1 turn, places a 30% Reflect damage buff on all allies for 2 turns, also places a counterattack buff on this champion for 2 turns, damage based on HP. All right? And then we got Bravado passive. Now, this one's very important because nobody else in the game does this, even though they have similar kits. So if an enemy with a Provoke debuff attacks, has a 40% chance, 50% chance when booked, of placing a Provoke debuff on them for 1 turn. Each hit taken will reduce damage taken by 5%, up to 30% in 1 round. So if you put him in the arena, every time he gets hit, he'll start reducing damage up to 30%, okay? With a Reflect damage buff and a counterattack buff as well. So he's forcing everybody in the arena or anywhere else with Provoke to use their A1s. They come in, they increase his damage resistance or damage mitigation. They take damage from the Reflect damage, and then he counterattacks them for 3 attacks. And if the Provoke 50% chance goes off to reapply it, they stay provoked. So he can provoke people over and over and over and over and over again, like Arbiter, for example, as she just gets turns and laps them. You can lap the dude, take a turn, hit him, hit herself by getting the Reflect damage, and then also the counterattack coming back at her, and then get another turn, do it all over again, and just stay provoked over and over and over again. Very, very nice. Very, well-rounded kit. So I would say that with the A1, the A2, and the passive work really well together. Really well. Like, this is an amazing synergy. This is a really amazing synergy. So he has HP based. He's going to have high HP. He already has high base HP. He doesn't have high base defense. He doesn't exactly have the highest speed either. He has high HP. So you can boost his HPs up quite a bit. This is a very low build for HPs on him. I've built him way higher in the past. But we're built for damage. Okay, so what happens is this Angar is going to get his turn. He's going to provoke everybody. And then once he's provoked everybody, they're all going to start attacking him. And at this point, he becomes a nightmare because you do not want to attack this guy. Now, what's going to happen to you, and I'll show the footage in the background as I'm speaking, we got Lifesteal set here. He's going to take a little bit of damage, but then he's also going to hit you back. And if you're Arbiter, for example, not very tanky, take a lot of damage. Ninja takes a lot of damage. Your Nukers, Trunda, take a lot of damage. He's going to hit them very hard the way he's built with high crit rate and high crit damage and high accuracy. And he's going to kill them. They're not going to want to get hit. They're not going to want to hit him, and they're not going to want to get hit back. And as he's hitting them, as they take, he takes a little bit of damage, they're going to take a lot of bit of damage, and then he's going to be healing a lot of the damage back. So this man just stays alive. He's a machine. He's an actual machine. Now, what is this guy capable of doing in the game? He's capable of taking you to Platinum Arena by himself. I mean by himself, you could just surround him with other champions. It don't matter who you have. I surround him at the moment with like Krisk, for example. Before I had Krisk, I used Miscreated Monster. I used Hope. I used other champions that do the same exact thing, provide a shield. So it's really to complement Angar. They're there to supplement him. You don't need a Krisk to supplement Angar. In fact, you don't need a Krisk at all. I learned that my very first pull, very first Void Legendary, Angar, was probably one of the best pulls I could get in the game, period, for early level account. Because the man just destroyed literally everything. Literally everything. And I want you to let that sink in. He destroys literally everything when you build him right. Okay? Now, building him right is the key, and obviously getting some good gear on him is crucial. But really all we're trying to focus on here is lifesteal gear. Now, every other content creator in the world will tell you that lifesteal gear is an early level gear set. It's not really in-game. When this man is in lifesteal gear, and he's taking you to Platinum Arena, and he doesn't get you very far in Platinum, by the way, at least not yet, not for me anyways. Maybe I can build him up a little higher, get him some better gear, and push him a little further. But at the moment, he's kind of like, he's reached the ceiling. But his ceiling is Platinum. That's not a bad ceiling. You know what I mean? Like, it could be worse. He could be, you know, take you only to Gold 3 or Gold 4 and drop you off, and that's it. That's not the case. So to get you to Platinum, I mean, that's worthy of Void status, in my opinion. Okay? He's living up to the status. Now, Doom Tower Waves, Spider, Ice Golem, Fire Knight, anything you can think of in the game, this man can apply to it. He's one of the best Fire Knight tanks in the game. He's one of the best wave control tanks in the game, period. This man does work. Okay? So as you guys are seeing in the background, this man does work. All right? A lot of work. Now, hopefully I've changed some opinions on this guy. The question becomes, what can't this guy do? Can he do arena? Offense? Yes. Arena defense? Yes. Can he do 3 versus 3? Yes. Can he do dungeons? Yes. Can he do Doom Tower? Yes. Can he do bosses? Yes. Can he do everything? Not necessarily, but he's pretty damn close to it. Like, if there's something he can't do, what is it? There's only a few things. You know, like compete with the top level champions in the game. So when he's over here competing with everything else but the best of the best of the best of the best, this man is one of the best. You understand what I'm saying? So there's been a lot of Angar slander out there lately, saying this guy's a low tier Void champion. His kit sucks. He's real basic. He doesn't do a whole lot. These guys are sleeping on this guy. They tell you the lifesteal gear is only early level stuff. It's not. Put it on this guy where it makes sense, and have this guy just kill everybody. It's crazy. He kills everybody. Rotos, one of the hardest hitters in the entire game. Kanderfon, Trunda, they hit him and they die. You understand what I'm saying? They die just completely outright. They smack them and bam, they're dead. That's how hard this guy is. It's like Angar is a steel wall, and you don't want to crash into Angar because this man hits you back. You hit him, he hits you back twice as hard. You pay for it. So that's enough of this video. You know, I got the message out there. This is not a champion guide, but I will come out with a champion guide for Angar in the future. I've got some infographics and stuff I'm launching. So let me go and flash that on the screen real quick. You guys can see the infographic I'm working on. You guys can see Angar in action in the future in all these different places. And you can see what his ceiling is. You guys have already seen his floor, but let's see his ceiling. His ceiling is very, very nice, okay? This guy's an Arbiter killer. He's a Trunda nightmare. He's a Kanderfon killer. He's a Rotos killer. This guy is a beast. Do not sleep on him. If you have this man on your account, he is capable of doing big, bad things. Make sure you level him up. He's one of the ones that are worthy of a 6-star. He's worthy of Ascension. He's worthy of Masteries. He's worthy of skill books. He's worthy of everything. This is Angar, the motherfucking monster, not Angar, the unappreciated, okay? This is Angar, the angry. Angar, the unbreakable. Not Angar, the punk. You guys stop sleeping on Angar. Put him to work. He's a beast. You guys have a great day. See you guys in the next video. Peace.